If you are watching this video, it means that you want to take part in the 30 days map challenge. And what I'll be doing is to basically help you take just little steps to make your own map with ease. That means that we will not pay critical attention to more details because nobody is going to mark your maps, but basically to help you to also make some simple changes data sets, which is provided also by NASA, and this data set is already in point. So what we'll be doing is to basically extract various time stamp of the population for a particular range of years, and then later on we will try to use the globe builder to visualize it, and then you can share your maps later. So the first thing we need to do is to download the data sets. I will put on the link, I will put in the link somewhere in the description so that you can download. But essentially this data set is trying to show the change in the population from BC 3700 to the year 2000. I don't know how they came up with the values for BC, but that is not the focus of this video. We will just try to display what we have. When you download it, it's in Microsoft Excel workbook, and normally if you want to just show this in pages, then you get some issues. So it's always advisable to save this in a CSV file. So I will also show this. Try to do the settings. So we change it to command delimited. And then we will just say population data. We see that this is already in CSV. What you will have to do is to add the file. So if you go to add delimited text, then it's possible for you to add any CSV file. You need to locate the location. It's here. And once you put in this, QGIS is able to read everything that you are trying to show. We have a point coordinate, so you click this. If it doesn't have a lat long, then you just say no geometry. But in this case, we have long lat, so we are just going to add it. And now we have our population data from the time range that I showed. So just a little inspection. What they try to do is to do it not only in countries but also by city. And then we also have the country names, the population values, and then the years. Like I said, I'm not sure how they came up with values for BC 3700. We will now by simply typing out and then pressing enter, to the top a little bit so that we can see the layer we are trying to visualize. Over here, what we have to do next is to just extract or just write a simple expression that will create different layers, and each layer represents population by a different timestamp. So we just click select by expression, and we want to build the expression in this layer. So click on that, and normally what I do the first value. If you already have an expression, you can save them here and it's going to appear here. I've tried this before, so I'm just gonna go straight and then build the following expression. So the first one that I would like to build is to build an expression that takes the year of the data set from 1400 BC to 2000 BC. So that means that every population that falls within this will be selected, and then we can create a new layer out of it. We will also do the same for this, the same for that, and then at the end we will end up with about 5 data sets. But first, let's see how we can extract for this one. We say okay, and then we run this. If we go to an expression bar, we will see this data being highlighted, or we can always deselect and then run it again so that we will also show. Double check. So because the layer is already highlighted, we can easily create the highlighted data from this layer by simply going to export and then going to save selected feature as. We will save it here, and then maybe we will call it the first layer. We will not do anything here, we will just add it as a layer. And then now what you see is that your first layer will be collected, and we will do the same for the rest. So if you build the expression, then it is possible for you to extract specific population that you want for specific time frame. Like I said already, you can save your expression and then you can always retrieve it from your recent syntax, or you can save it and it is going to appear. I will share my syntax in the description box, so you can just copy paste and then use it as you want. And remember to always save the selected expression and then generate a layer from it by going to export and then coming to save selected features. It is also possible for you to change the style, for example by increasing the size of these or the colors, etc. But I'm not going to do that in this demonstration, but if you want to show them in different style, that is definitely up to you. But because you'll be doing an animation, color is not so important because you only want to see the trend from the start of the data. The next thing we want to do is to see if we can also demonstrate this with the globe builder. The globe builder can be installed by basically going to the manage program and then looking for globe. So if you click on globe builder and install, then you are able to display any special data in the globe form. So let's see if we can also show this. There are different projections. Like most people like to use equal earth. I don't really have specific preference, but if you want to show the whole globe, then of course using equal earth is important. Otherwise you can also change it to this one, and then you can also center the map based on what you want to display. So if you want to display Africa, then you just zoom in, and then over here you click on center to the Caribbean. But I'm just going to do it equal earth. and then I'll add this to the map. What you see is that a globe, the map is just generated. If you're not happy with the visualization, you can always change this. For example, the country colors, you can change it to this. This should change. This looks a little bit better than before. If you are not also happy with the background, you can change. You can also change a lot of things here. Okay. So now we have different layers representing different timestamps. We also have represented it in the globe. What we want to do is to see if we can make a print layout for it. Normally the practice is that you just come to new print layout and then you say point, give it a name, and then you can so if you come to this website, I will also share the link. There are quite a number of these templates in there that you can use. Just scroll through and see which one of them you would like to use. This look a little bit okay, just for demonstration's sake. So just you realize that this A4 and its size cannot accommodate the entire globe. So what we will have to do is to basically visualize only a small portion of it. So if you go to layout and you say add template, then it's possible for you to add this template over here. Rendering the map, so we also wait a little bit. So if you import it here, like I said before, you will realize that we are trying to display a whole globe data set on this small A4 portrait layout. So what you may want to do is that if a certain region is very interesting to you, like you can see that the data set that were made for Europe is really good for the visualization. So what I did was to just zoom in like this, and then you'll be able to see that on this print layout. And again, you are displaying all the timestamp layers on it. So what you would want to do is to check also for yourself which one you want to display first. So for example, I would like to display the current year on first. So come to my layer and then say refresh. You can also click it here. So now I'm displaying only the current year. And then the next step will basically be to edit the titles and say population 2000, and then the next one you export this. You can add any other element to it, such as your legend. What you see in our own is that we have first, second, third, fourth, fifth, but I would like to show which of them you don't want to show. So what I did was to change the layer name because I only want to display the how population has evolved between yeah, from different years. So you also make some little adjustments to the legend. I would like to edit this one and perhaps make it a cross. I'll use the map CRS also in this. And then the frame, normally I would like to use zebra. And then maybe adjust also this one a little bit. Also reduce this. And then with the X and Y interval, maybe we can stretch it a little bit. Also make it for this. Let's see. Okay, looks like we will have trouble with the headers. What we can do is to bring the header here. And even with that one. So because we imported this layout, we would have to make quite some few adjustments, for example, to what is here. I don't want to see that. And then at the end, what you do is that you create for each year, you would like to create a map for each year. What you have to do is to make sure that you just toggle this on, and then the one you don't want to show, you just toggle it off without changing any the size, anything. Just leave everything as it is, and then your map legend will also be updating by itself. So we will start saving. I've made some little adjustments to the layout. So let's try to display default data. Refresh. And then the last data. So every time you try to export new layer, try to also refresh so that you get the latest one being displayed. So now we have all our images for each year or for each timestamp we would like to display. So we use the GIF maker and then bring all the files in. So when you select all your files, I don't know how many of them you'll be making, but yeah, you can just make some little adjustment to the delays in seconds, and then when you are okay or satisfied with the order and the delay, then you just click on make a GIF, and then you get something like this. So I hope that you like it. Like I said, we put so much emphasis on the details and etc. Is just to display a point data in order to make some map and also share them with your network and take part in this map challenge. So of course, if you don't want to use this app, there are a lot of apps that you can throw in your maps, and then you easily get a time series animation like this. Please share the link to also your colleagues who would like to follow this map challenge. And every day there will be a new video that is already recorded, and it will be released to you in order to also check how you can also make some of these maps for yourself. Thank you.